It is your boy Invincible, and you are tuned into another dope episode of the Gentleman Club Diary. I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor here at the Gentleman Club Diary, and that is the Dizzle brand. You got to make sure you check out the Dizzle. It's super bomb. We getting lit off the Dizzle today, so shout out to the Dizzle for sponsoring this show. Also for our Patreon, make sure you go add the Patreon, go check it out. We're going to be releasing a lot of behind the scenes material on that Patreon, and hit us up. We'll have the link below in the description so you can check out our Patreon. All right. Now back to the show here. I got a really cool guest. I've been knowing her. I think I might have known her from like another life or something, if that's even possible. But I want to introduce her. Her name is Xtina. I've been knowing her since way back. How you doing, Xtina?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing actually, you know what? I wasn't doing that good today, but I heard your voice and you said some good stuff to me and it made me feel better. So you made me a drink. You're very welcoming and you came into this domain and so I feel good having you here. So
happy to be here.
Yeah. So I kind of want to get into a little bit of your background and really like let the audience know like who you are, what you do. I mean, you got a lot of different talents, but let them know what a little bit about yourself.
Okay, where do you want me to start?
You can start just how dope you are because you're pretty dope. You can let them know as far as that you're not only a dancer, you also bartend, you do a lot of things, but pretty much how you got started into the bartending and how that led up to the whole dancing.
So I started out, actually, it was COVID. I was a nurse. COVID hit, everything closed down, and my daughter was working at the bar, and she said a lot of girls were calling out, and I guess they needed shifts covered, and she's like, "Mom, why don't you try out?" And I'm like, "Excuse me, I'm a nurse. Like I can't go do that." And she's like, "No, you can do it. You can do it. Just come in. I'm gonna tell them you're gonna come in." And I went and I got hired. She's like, "Just wing it." So yeah, I got hired as a bartender. It's a bikini bar, first of all. That's why I was more like, I'm very conservative, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Working at the bikini bar with my daughter, it's not. You don't think like.
Oh, you work with your daughter at the bikini bar?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like,
how was that? That's kind of
Taco Tuesday. Oh
for
my
real.
God. Yeah,
oh man. The customers.
You missed out.
Why was I never invited? No.
So yeah, I worked at the bar, and then they had COVID. It was crazy. It was almost like a strip club because girls were getting money, dances, booty shaking, money.
But you guys weren't getting naked or nothing.
No. Just booty shaking and getting that money. So, I did that for a hot minute, and then my sister said, "Why are you working at a bar when you can make more money?" And I'm like, "Doing what?" And that's when she pulled me in.
So the sister was a bad influence. Hey, now I know the sister, by the way. I know the sister. Now shout out to baby. We know the sister. But okay. So she kind of hinted to you that you can make more money.
She said, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, you can make more money over here." And I was really hesitant. She said she asked the manager, I'm not sure if it was you or someone else, and she was like, "Come." And then that day, I flaked on her.
Oh, damn.
I was just like, and she was so mad. I'm like, "Damn." But something came up. And then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I promise you I'm ready. I'm going to go. I'll go. And I psyched myself out and I went. And I'm like, this is dope. Like, this is cool. Like, she brought me under her wing. Like,
do you remember what it was like, just kind of the experience from working at a bar to working at a strip club?
Okay, so working at the bikini bar, there's no pressure on having to make the money. So working at the club, it's basically sales. Like, you got to go and get that money. You got to hustle.
So at the bar, you don't really got to hustle like that? What?
No, like, you're there as a bartender, and you're just dressed in your bikini and serving drinks. If you start shaking your booty, then
you get extra.
But you don't have to.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I remember you. I don't know if that was your first day, but I remember you coming in, and I remember you shaking your thing, and I was like, damn, who's this girl right here? Nah, but I do remember you, and you were actually, as far as the girls, you were one of the nicer girls.
I was very quiet and calm.
Quiet, nice, but you were cool. There was like
Yeah,
something different about your vibe. Like I remember you even tagged me on some posts, and I kept thinking to myself, like, who's this? And so I did see you dance. Were you ever like because it's the new ball game? Was there any moments where you're like, this is kind of uncomfortable? I'm not really cool with doing dances on the floor like this.
No, working with my sister again. It was like
She kind of like showed you the ropes,
yeah.
right?
She was like, don't do this and don't do that and don't do this and don't do that. And if you do this and don't, I'm like, oh damn, like there was rules. Like no, you can't just
Okay.
don't be running amok.
Yeah, yeah. So what is something good that she gave you as far as having good customer service?
That she gave me like an advice.
Yeah, advice. That kind of like, oh yeah, you know what? She put me up on game on that.
She would say like scan the room. Scan the room. You can tell like
Who got the money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and I do ask this a lot because I feel like a lot of the girls they do stereotype customers. Are stereotypes normally true? As far as wardrobe and all that.
Yeah.
They are true.
I would say it's like 60-40.
60-40?
Because sometimes you stereotype someone, you actually go up and they actually spent that money. And
They
it's
spent
like,
that money?
I really didn't think he had it.
Okay, so we actually have a Patreon that was asking us to ask this question to you. They were asking, what's the most money you have made in one night? I know it's kind of personal, but they wanted to know. So, yeah, I don't know. They might have needed to borrow money or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just wondering.
I would.
Or what would you? What's an estimate of what was the most money you think you saw in one night?
Ooh, I don't know about that. I think I would come in late and leave pretty early, but I would say maybe $3,000.
$3,000 in one night? That's pretty good. That's what, for maybe 3-4 hours of work?
It wasn't a busy night either.
Wasn't a busy night?
Yeah, no.
Just get in and get out?
Just get in and get out.
And is that through dances or is that through like money on the floor?
It would be half and half.
Half and half? What about doing dances? Was that ever a challenge for you?
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of it.
You weren't a big fan?
Especially like angels. I don't know.
Okay, and you know what's funny is, okay, so behind the scenes, we were talking about, you were saying in that spot, the energy was always kind of bad, right?
Yeah, it was like creepy.
Creepy energy?
Yeah.
Damn. Just saying there's a lot of creeps in there, huh?
It was creepy.
There's creepy customers in there. And you went to another club and you said that it wasn't as creepy.
And that one, it wasn't. It was very structured, very disciplined, like.
So you don't think that had anything to do with maybe us, like the managers, like maybe making it better, or what do you think?
They definitely had it different there. I don't know how, at Satin, I was at Satin. They had cameras obviously on all the dance rooms. They had someone that, was keeping count for the minutes and everything for you, and someone on standby right next to the room. So if someone got out of hand, they're right there. You didn't really have that at Angels. It's like they know you're back there, but that's, if you need help, it's like, if you're looking around, there's no one around, and you guys, it's kind of packed.
So it kind of felt dangerous being in that.
Yeah.
And see, this is something that dancers got to deal with because you guys put yourself in positions where you might work at a club where the security ain't tight. Maybe in the dance area, there's a lot of stuff that's happening in the dance area you might not be cool with, or there's no security back there to really stop a dance when something's getting too aggressive. Has anybody ever got too crazy with you in the back area? Yeah?
Over at Spearmint Rhino, not there.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
It wasn't at my spot, see? Hey, for our spot being the most dangerous, she was comfortable on my shit.
Well, because I only did one dance at Angels.
You only did one dance? Dang.
Other than that, I was in, like, VIP. Like, no? No.
Yeah, you were more like floor dance. Because when I would walk by, I would see you twirling. I'm like, damn, that's all right. I'll see you do your thing. Hey, but they were throwing money at you, so I wasn't really... Yeah. Okay, so at the Rhino, it was at the Rhino? Mm-hmm. Okay, what happened there?
The guy was trying to, like, undress, and I'm like, no, what are you doing?
Oh, he was trying to undress.
He was trying to undress, and I'm like, I just turned around and walked out, and they kicked him out. So.
Did you get paid for the dance?
Oh, yeah. They collect the money beforehand.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so would you recommend girls to get to get into the whole dancing?
It depends. It depends on what you're going for. Some girls, obviously, they get in it and they're stuck in it. But if you need quick money, fast money, get in, get out, like, have a goal. Get in there. I gotta do this. Like, it could be for your BBL. I don't know. You need $6,000 to get your butt done or something. I don't know. Get in, work. What is it? 3 weekends. I got my money in 3 weekends, and got out.
You did get out because I seen you and you were gone. I said, "Damn, where's she at? Where's she at?" No, but I'm glad we like kept in contact. Like I said, you're one of the good girls because when I first met you, you said you wanted to be a nun, and I was like, "Damn, you want to be a nun?" And then all of a sudden you were there, and I don't know what happened. So are you still pursuing that goal of yours?
No, I became a nurse.
Okay, you became a nurse. Okay. After COVID, right?
Yeah.
So you became a nurse. Okay.
Yeah.
And how's that going? That's different than being a dancer or a bartender.
Very. Well, I was a drug and alcohol rehab nurse, so it's kind of
Oh, damn.
I went from this spectrum to that spectrum. Like, yeah. I went, seeing the after party people.
The after party.
At the rehab.
What do you notice, like, what's a common trait that a customer has? Like, all customers have at a strip club? Whether it could be maybe because us dudes, we have like, for instance, when I was there, I met dudes that were married dudes that just wanted to get away from their wife. I met dudes that that wanted to cheat on their wife. I met dudes that you meet different type, but they were always there.
Yeah, they're all different types. There's people who just wanted to flaunt money around their friends. And
maybe it's just
there's guys who went because they just want to get touchy grabby. And then there's some that just went and just had a good time.
I had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So would you ever go back into doing the dancing thing?
No.
Nah, you don't want to do it?
No, I don't think so.
No. And you know what was crazy is that, like, you, I'm glad we're having this interview because you've been through a lot, and I've been knowing you, and I didn't know how much you wanted to touch on this, but I wanted to get into the conversation because you look great. You look great, and we're gonna take some photos. We're gonna post them because she looks fucking amazing, and she's gonna tell her story, what happened. And if you see her, you're gonna be like, "Damn!" Like, she just looks like nothing ever happened.
I know. Someone actually asked me today, "Where have you been?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, just an Instagram follower. So I was in a motorcycle accident. I was on a date. It was my third date with this dude. Anyways, I fell off the bike. We had hit a dip, and my shoelace got caught on the wheel. I got thrown off. I broke both of my shoulders. I broke my right knee. I had road rash everywhere. And this happened in July. So I wasn't able to walk or move my arms for a few weeks. And now I'm here.
Yeah, and I remember talking to you, and you were in bed. I remember you said that you couldn't really...
No, people were feeding me. Like,
yeah.
I had people come over, and they were helping me eat.
And do all kinds of stuff. And now you look, I don't know what you did or what I mean.
Physical therapy.
Physical therapy? Like, Wolverine, right? You're like Wolverine. You heal extra fast. Yeah, I'm serious. Because I saw you walking up. I was like, damn. And I know you have the bruises and some of the scars still. Yep. But, I mean, you still got the pretty face. You still look good.
Thank you.
So, as far as that happening, I mean, I'm pretty sure you even learned a lot based on the last couple of years, from dancing to bartending to getting in this wreck. What's something that, out of those three things that have, from working in a bar, working in a strip club, and the accident, which in these few years that have happened, what's something that maybe it's taught you, if anything?
Well, the accident, I don't know, be more aware of your surroundings, because I didn't know my shoelace, like I said, it was last minute when I caught that, but I was wearing my helmet.
Be more of your surroundings as far as who you're associated with?
Who you're associating with.
Okay, who you're associated with.
Yeah, because it wasn't a good guy.
Wasn't a good guy, okay.
No. And then, obviously, that was only my second time riding on the motorcycle in my life, so it was all bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's yeah. I mean, like I said, when I had talked to you, I was just amazed that you bounced back, recovered so quick. But I wanted you to share the story because I said, you know what, that's it's a really, I knew you before the accident and seeing you now recovering. I'm just amazed, and I'm actually happy that you're doing so fucking well. Like I'm like super happy. But seeing you and knowing that you done a lot in your life, like for instance the bartending. I mean, did you? Is that something that you want to do, or you do that for a hobby?
I actually like bartending as like for fun.
For
I
fun.
don't want to do it because I have to do it. Like I want to do it. Like right before the accident, I had actually got offered a job to bartend or actually manage a bar. And right now it's still in the works and it's really slow picking up, so it's kind of on hold. But they gave me this job to be a manager, and it's cool, like to be on the back end, to have to order and all these things and stock and inventory and teach these employees all this stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
For fun. And like, what did they say? If you're having fun, you'll never work in your life, right?
That's true. Are you pretty good with not overly drinking?
Oh yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah. Did you ever have any issues as far as when you were bartending or when you were dancing with drinking?
No.
Never had an issue?
No.
Damn, you are pretty much. See, you're single, right?
Yep.
Okay, look, if she's single, we're gonna drop her Instagram and all that good stuff. I'm gonna have to like hit her up after this because. Shit, she don't drink, right? You don't drink a lot.
I drink socially. I don't
socially,
drink a lot.
Not an everyday drinker, and she wants to be a philosopher. She's doing some great things. Okay, so now doing the bartending, you wouldn't mind doing that as a hobby. The stripping thing is not something that you would really recommend, and like you were saying, girls get kind of sucked into that. Have you ever witnessed any of your friends or anybody that you may have known get sucked into that lifestyle where they went straight up off the cliff?
No, I've heard stories, but personally, like I actually would stick to myself. I was not that I was a mean girl. I like sticking to myself. I don't like drama. I didn't like to be like, oh, what's her story? Oh, what's her story? It's like, hi, bye, and that's it.
You never got into no scuffles, anything?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I won. I won.
You won?
Well, yeah.
You won? Okay,
but I almost got fired.
She's 1-0. 1-0 in the strip club. All right, what happened?
Oh my God.
Yeah? You knocked somebody out? What happened?
I had 12 dudes fly in from Detroit, Michigan.
This was at
Satin.
Satin, okay.
And I had ended up, I don't know a lot of girls, like I said, but there was girls that I would say hi and bye that seemed pretty nice. And I said, hey, you want to come in my section? I have 12 guys. Like, they're going to spend money, blah, blah, blah. So they came in. And then all of a sudden, there's this one girl, young girl. She looked like she was 18, but all the way in the corner. And all of a sudden, she would just start walking into my section and helping herself to a drink. And I'm like, excuse me? And she's kind of like, what? Gave me that attitude. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to let it pass this time. And I said, hey, this is not your section. Like, there's money on the floor. Like, don't be coming in.
Can you explain what exactly the section thing means?
So if you have a group, a VIP section, they got bottle service, and they're starting to spend money, and you already got like 2-3 girls, whatever, how many girls you have there, and they're throwing money. So kind of rule of thumb is don't come in that section if there's money on the floor.
There's money on the floor.
So this little girl was like, kind of just gave me the... And she did it again. And I said, look, I'm going to ask you nicely. And then the third time I snapped. I just snapped.
What'd you do to her?
I snapped. I grabbed her by the hair and just started punching her face.
Dang, you're that violent, huh?
No, I swear I'm not.
Were you buzzing though? Were you buzzing when you did this?
No, I was sober, but I was
sober?
pissed. I think it's because I'm older.
Yeah.
And I felt like that whole disrespect thing, like, and I have girls that her age, and it's like, how dare you?
Yeah. Girls, it could be too, because, in the club, they get drunk where they don't really know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. They throw on other girls' clothing. They go home with other girls' clothing. I witnessed many.
I've heard people stealing wigs, curling irons,
oh my
shoes,
God.
And I'm just like, wait, what? Like, that happens?
They'll steal a whole bag, like your whole wardrobe, but they're not meaning to. It's because they're drunk.
Yeah.
All right, so you give her a royal ass beating, right?
Yeah.
And what did she do, or did
She went to the manager and said she was scared for her life. The manager pulled me in the back, said I had to apologize.
Damn.
If I wanted to stay there.
So where did you learn to fight like that? Where'd you learn? Damn.
I had 3 brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of, know how to scrap. So, okay, see, I didn't even know that. So you're not that innocent after all. All right, so you got.
I was taught how to tussle.
Yeah. All right, so you only been in one fight at the strip club.
Yeah.
Is it kind of, what's kind of weird is that you actually have a sister that works in that, or work in that environment. I don't know, what do you call her, like a veteran in the game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she was in the game for a minute.
Yeah, and she wanted to get you into the game. So basically, she kind of showed you the ropes. Did like any of your family, like your mom or whoever, did any of them ever have a problem with like you dancing or?
Well, actually, I told my kids, and they were like, "All right, make your money, mom. Like, it's COVID, so it's like, you know."
They didn't care. We're sorry, guys. We got people coming in, coming out. They want to see her.
No.
Yeah. Cause she walked over here. I was like, God damn. All right, so they were pretty cool. That's.
Yeah, I even actually told my mom, and I'm like,
and
Mom.
She was cool about it.
She was like, "All right, mija, make that money."
Damn. She said, "You better take me out to eat."
Right.
Yeah, you better take me on a trip. So is it true that you do make some pretty good money though, being a dancer?
You can make good money.
What do you make more, being a bartender or being a dancer?
Being a nurse.
Being a nurse. Being a nurse.
Yeah, you gotta have a career.
Yeah. That's like who was saying that? They said someone told me this. They said, you know what? Fast money is somebody outside the strip club. They said fast money is not always good money because it just comes and goes. Mm-hmm. You don't really, really know how to appreciate it. But you're right. So being a nurse, having a career is actually better. We were doing events, and one of the door girls at the event, she said, "You know what was so sad? I seen these girls fighting over $100, and they had to split the $100." And I said, "Well, that's sometimes it might be a bad night for some of the girls.
Yeah,
where you're working only for $100
for that. Yeah, like that's their money.
That's their money.
That's how they're gonna pay a bill or something. That's just crazy to me.
It is crazy. So you would say to all those dancers out there, new booties, just get a job.
Well, have a career. Like, make it your side gig. Like, it's cool to have it's your side, your extra
side
money.
Hustle.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Would you ever do like an OnlyFans or anything like that?
I'm actually gonna start it up.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
We're gonna plug that baby.
I told you. I was like, no,
shit, we're gonna plug it. You're gonna do OnlyFans?
I'm very selective on what I'm gonna put on there.
Okay. All right. You know what? There's a porn star that I know, and she says she's making a killing off of it.
Yeah.
But of course she's doing other.
But that's all. Like, that's all. That's the one thing is I can never get into always doing social media. Like, I can't be hooked to my phone 24/7. If that's your living, I get it. That's your living. That's cool because you're at home and you get to do it. But I'm not that type of person.
Not that type of person.
I like to enjoy life and.
Yeah. So you've experienced a lot. What would you say you've learned from the dance lifestyle? Even though it was short, but I mean, you're able to work in that environment, see these girls get drunk, see some fight, see bad energy, see bad customers. What's something like you learned from all that?
I learned actually to be more sociable. To be more open. Like, normally, like I said, I keep to myself. Like, I learned to be like, hey, how are you? I had to you have to interact. You had to make conversation. So it made me more open, more sociable. You know what? That's it kind of me being a manager too, because, I can be sort of quiet if I don't know somebody. But, some of the customers come in, you have to greet them. You have to, and they might want to buy you drinks, and it becomes kind of like a party. It becomes kind of fun. Everyone's like your friends.
Everybody's your friend.
You gotta be like, hey, what's up? How's it going?
And it helps with sales too. Okay, so another thing, you got the OnlyFans coming up. You do music videos. You were on one of my music videos, and you're gonna be on more. 2. On 2, huh? Was it 2? Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
2. So if you want to see her,
Santa.
Yeah, she's on the Christmas song with me. She's on the Rain Dance with Too Short. So yeah, she's definitely a baddie. But okay, is there anything I'm forgetting besides us needing to take another drink?
I would say The bikini bar. Okay, so you know how people ask, why are all these broke people coming to the clubs or whatever?
Oh,
Or like
damn,
these
yeah.
beer drinkers.
Yeah.
I was thinking like these guys that come in to do these beer buckets or whatever because they're being like looky-loos and not spending money. They need to go to the bikini bars.
Oh, okay.
They all like look. There's like 22 bikini bars in OC, like in Huntington Beach, Hermosa, Anaheim, Costa. Like, oh my gosh.
Okay, so what she's basically saying,
Go to the bikini bar.
she's saying, look at, if you like Bud Light, if you like Coors Light, if you like Corona 805, don't go to the strip club. Go to the bikini bar
Oh my god.
where she works.
Go get your beer bucket.
Go get your beer buckets right there. All right.
Yeah.
So that's for the beer drinkers. Okay, what about there's a few things I still want to touch on. Don't. Okay, so you only did one dance in your whole life at a strip club?
No. Only one at Angels.
At Angels.
Yeah.
And that was a cool dance? Well,
It was
whatever.
yeah, it was whatever.
But you did more at
I think I did the most probably at Spearmint Rhino.
Spearmint Rhino? Do you know how we talked on like previous episode as far as like customers being perverts or certain things that we might have had? Do you ever deal with any of that type of stuff? Like
No, not really. Like, so at Spearmint Rhino, we got a lot of the industry people that worked around like at SpaceX or whatever.
So they're more business.
They're all business, and they had money.
So were they
from the
super
dealership.
respectful?
Yeah, they were respectful. They're just there to hang out. I remember calling my mom the next morning because I was like, Mom. She's like, what? I was like, guess what? So I'm like, I made $1,100 in 45 minutes. And she's like, what did you do? What did you do? And I'm like, chill.
She thought you were giving it up.
No. Cochina. No. And I was like, I literally sat with a fireman and he talked about his Maltese dog.
Oh,
he wanted to chill. And I'm like, that's what you want to do. That's what we want to do. Like, go ahead. Let me just chill here.
Hey, you know what? It is a good thing for like therapy though, like going to a strip club, because there's been times where me personally, where I was working and some of the girls, like there would be no customers and the girls would come out. You know when there's like no customers, the girls just they'll chop it up with me.
Yeah.
And we just have a whole fucking conversation.
Just talk.
Yeah, just
talk about relationships, life, work. Yeah, no, it's cool.
It's normal shit, right?
Yeah.
It's nothing different. Like the only difference is that you might be in a bikini or G-string or something, but I mean, me and you were just talking about relationships. You were in a bikini, and we had a whole conversation about marriage, and she said she does not recommend marriage. Right?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, well, before I wrap this up, I actually just want to let the audience know that if you need relationship advice, if you need bartending advice, or if you just want to subscribe to an OnlyFans account, we're going to drop her links. Her social media, and then you can just go add her and hey, meet a new friend. Or if you need her on a music video, because she's
oh my gosh,
super dope. Okay, so before I wrap this up, do you want to give any shout outs? You want to shout out your sister for kind of getting you in the game? And
all bad.
Okay, baby, you're a bad influence.
You're bad. You bad.
Influence.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I love her.
No.
She's cool. No,
She's
it's cool. Yeah. It's
okay.
Cool.
Is any I like to say disses because none of the dancers have disses. So like, do you have anybody you want to diss? Like a DJ that didn't put you up when you were supposed to go?
Honestly, like from this whole experience is where I got introduced to music videos and bikini shoots, and it actually helped boost my like self-confidence. Like It was cool. Like I got to meet all these cool photographers, cool people, you know, like just to do.
So you saying that I was kind of like a little influence?
This guy.
No?
Maybe.
All right.
But no, like a lot of cool photographers and some not so cool. Like, you know, did some photo shoots.
Not cool guys?
Well, there was just one. It was just
bad.
He was just, I ain't giving you this. And I'm like, you can't see this. And now it's like, every other photographer shows me like everything. When you just don't want to, like, it's cool.
Yeah. So you had one bad experience.
Yeah. But that was it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I want to thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. I mean, I appreciate you sharing your story from the car accident, from the bartending, to the stripping, to the making me drink when we turn off the camera right now. I appreciate everything. Yeah, it's your boy Invinceable, and shout out to the Got to make sure it's right up in your eyeballs. The Dizzle for sponsoring the show. Let me get it right. Yeah. Get it in like 3D up in your face. So yeah, shout out to Christina, because me and her are going to finish this whole bottle when we turn this off.